We're away in Cambridge tonight, so let's see how we do. Hopefully we can bring 3 points home. Hi guys, and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Likes help the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know that you enjoy the content. If you hit that notification bell, it'll let you know when a video goes live. It'll also let you know when the next truck stream is going to happen. That's probably going to be tomorrow night. And do you want more Talking Wednesday? Of course you do. Talking Wednesday podcast every Tuesday at 5 PM. There's a new episode on Dexterity Boxer channel today, and it's on all podcast platforms of choice. So we're going to be playing Cambridge United, and a fact that came out earlier is that they've not won at home in the last 4, and that's not something you like to hear on a Wednesday perspective, considering what we're like in those kind of scenario. When you hear that kind of they've not won in 4, oh dear, we're coming into town. So let's have a look at the team sheet. The team sheet for them is Mitvov, I think that's how I say it, Williams, Idale, Digby, Jones, Brophy, Smith, Weir, May, Masterton, Mackenzie, Lyle, Dunk, Okadina, I think that is, Davis, Tracy, Kibbs, and Warman. I'm terrible at names. I do apologise if you're a Cambridge fan. Wednesday lineup. Peacock Fowles starts in net. So while Smith's been dropped, I think that's a little bit half, but yeah. Hunt, Iorfa, Dunkley, Palmer, Delibashiru, Bannon, Wing, Johnson, Patterson and Gregory. Good to see Delibashiru keep his place. He deserved it. He had a good game. And Patterson and Gregory obviously going to be up top. Johnson and Palmer obviously playing on like the wing backs. Subs are Wild, Smith, Brown, Corbenew, Adeniran, Shadipo, Bahino, and Canberry. A very strong attacking bench. So let's have a look what the formation probably going to be. This is probably what your formation is going to be tonight. 3-5-2. So obviously, like I said earlier, you're going to have your wing backs in terms of Johnson and Palmer. You have a midfield of Baz and Baz, Wing, and Delibashiru. And then your two up top is obviously Gregory and Patterson, and they're both in good form at the minute, so I can understand that. So it'll be interesting to see how we do. Hopefully we can get all 3 points. We kind of need it tonight, so let's see what we can do and just have a positive thing on this, because for me, we need to get some points on the board and start picking them up, and the next couple of games are must wins in terms of trying to just push on a bit. So let's see what happens. Wow, that first half. They were all over us in that first half. They looked the better team from the get-go. They had a bit more energy. They had a bit more going forward. Kept us penned back for ages. Kept on doing all the right things. They get a corner in. Corner comes in, and he got 3 men round him. Diving header, 1-0. It's just poor defending. You're seeing it throughout the game as well, that there's argument going on the pitch with players arguing with each other. And it just screams a little bit of leadership and a little bit of not keeping you cool and trying to get it sorted. They are really struggling against Cambridge here. Cambridge have got a plan. They had another great chance, and Bailey punted it, didn't get that much far away on it, and it could have easily be 2. They're really going for this. They got that whole thing with the underdogs. We're going to go out there and show them what they can do. Bear in mind, the lad who scored for them hasn't scored in 2 years. And also, they haven't won a game here in the last 4. And now we roll up. We do try and get going. There's a good chance by Delibashiru. Tried to get going. Gregory trying to make things work, but he's not working brilliant. Wing is having a shocker of a game. He is really struggling to keep that ball. He really can't keep hold of that ball. For me, he needs to go off at half-time and bring someone else on, because it is not working with him and the ball. Maybe Adeniran comes on for him and then does the job, because he's really struggling to keep the ball. He had a great opportunity to make it 1-1 as well, and he just overthought it. Need to figure out what we're doing. There need to be words said, but there was a bit of a flare-up in this game. Barry had a kind of coming together with a player. It was all on Barry, but then Patterson came in with the push, which earned him the yellow card. But Barry still trying to argue with point and stuff. And the thing is, Barry, we know what Barry's like. Barry liked to keep the argument going, and he liked to put his passion out there. The Scottish lads do this a lot, but he got to be careful We don't want him picking up an unnecessary yellow card or red. We have to be very careful. We need to wake up. We need to get at him, and we need to go for him and go straight at him, because we are really struggling in this game at times, and it's not good enough in terms of that. We need to just try and see what we can change at half time, or change the formation or something, because we're not in this game at the minute. Second half, we look a little bit better coming out the gate. We tried to change it up a bit, and we did start cracking on getting forward, and we were starting to make more of the chances. And it was good to see us going for it and trying to get something there. No changes at half time, but we're really going forward and trying to get it. They had a fantastic little bit of play by Palmer, who switches it to Gregory, and the volley was just blocked. And as we're going forward, we're trying our best to make something here, but we are starting to look a little bit better. Make two great changes. Patterson and Wing come off, and Adeniran and Berahino come on. And Wing's been poor. For me, Wing doesn't play the next game. He's been poor last two games. He's not at the races for me at the minute. He loses the ball way too much, and it's starting to show a little bit. And you're starting to realise that and see that he's losing the ball way too much at the minute. So you've got to be careful with that going forward. I like to see Adeniran play a lot more. But we do something very unwenty-like. We score to equalise and make it 1-1. Fantastic goal by Deli Bashiru, and he just had a brilliant one. The chance he had at the weekend, and now the chance he's had today, and he's actually taken this chance this time, and it was a great goal. But from them, we kept on pushing. We get the ball up to Palmer and Bannon with some great interplay, and Palmer heads it, and it's a fantastic save by their keeper, you've got to admit. And we look a lot better in this second half. We're looking more up for it. Shadipo comes on for Hunt and makes a world of difference, gets it to him, tried to get the ball forward, and we are looking like we're up for the fight here, looking to go for that winner. It was a good to see the mentality actually switch this time to us going for it and not trying to think. We actually came back from 1-0 to make it 1-1, which is something we haven't done in a long time, which is great to see us coming back from behind. And there were some good chances. There's nearly a good chance for Berahino and stuff. Yes, there are going to be people on the Twitter first who are going to be like, that's not good enough, we shouldn't do that. Considering we were losing this and we managed to get back to 1-1, I'd take that. Most games we don't normally do that. That means there's a shift there. It was good to see us try and go for something, try and get on the end of it and try and change it up a little bit. But it's 1-1. I take that after being 1-0 down. It's a great result for Cambridge. We need to get out the blocks a lot quicker, though. When we start games, we are not out the blocks at 100%. We're not mentally switched on ready. That needs to change because we've done that way too much. But I take a draw. Great goal for Delhi. Just altogether looked a lot better in the second half, but we need to bring two halves like that together for the entire game. But the fact that we held on and went for it, to be fair to Cambridge, they sat back and just held on to the lead. They didn't really go for a little bit. They had little chances. But it is what it is. It's a draw. We take that. We move on to Lincoln at the weekend. But I think after going 1-0 down in the first half and get it to 1-1, I think everyone will take that.